About 55% of people will experience a lucid dream at least once in their lives, but almost no one actually knows how to stay in that dream. Imagine if everyone could learn this skill. Lucid dreaming would become something almost anyone would want to master. The problem? Most people don't know how. In this video, I'm going to show you exactly how to stay in your lucid dream, so you don't wake up the moment you realize you're dreaming and finally experience something you'll never forget. If you've ever had a lucid dream, you probably know what I'm talking about. Especially in your first lucid dreams. The moment you realize you're dreaming, the world suddenly starts fading. Everything becomes darker, louder, and blurred, and you feel like it's about to end, even if you've never had a lucid dream before. This is really important, because if you don't know how to handle this first wave of awareness, it doesn't matter if you become lucid or not. I had to learn the hard way, and only started practicing this after experiencing about 5 lucid moments that ended almost immediately. Voids can happen at any time during a dream. The way you practice for these is the same way you prepare for the first one, when you realize you're dreaming. The first thing you need to do, just like with any lucid dreaming technique, is practicing it during the day. The stabilization technique I personally use and highly recommend is rubbing your hands. You really don't need more than one technique. If it isn't working in the dream, it's probably because you're doing it wrong. A few times during the day, imagine realizing you're dreaming. The moment you tell yourself, "I'm in a dream," you need to act immediately. Stay calm, take deep breaths, and slowly rub your hands. Focus on the friction, the warmth, the sensation of your hands touching, while keeping completely calm. The more you practice this during the day, the better your chances of successfully doing it in a dream. It's important to train yourself to react the moment you realize you're dreaming. In a dream, you need to stabilize it as soon as possible if you want it to work. Sometimes, you might first enter a semi-lucid state, where you know you're dreaming but don't fully feel it, and can't control anything yet. If this happens, it's crucial to prepare for the wave before it hits. Often, just thinking about being ready is enough to survive it. Preparing ahead makes the wave feel much easier to handle, and you'll know exactly what to do. You can even practice this in the middle of a lucid dream so you're never caught off guard. Occasionally, remind yourself to stay calm when the void starts, because it can appear anytime, even when you feel fully in control. But don't worry, there are also really effective ways to avoid it at all. This part is extremely important. If you can prevent voids from happening, you can stay in a lucid dream for as long as you want, right up until you naturally wake up at the end of your REM stage. And until then, it can feel like hours, or even days, have passed inside the dream. There are lots of ways to do this. The first, and probably the most important, is to always stay calm. No matter how exciting things get, you need to let yourself relax while you're enjoying them. Another thing that works surprisingly well is simply asking your dream for what you want. You can tell it something like, "This dream will never end," or "This dream will last forever." I don't recommend mentioning waking up at all, because even saying it might make your subconscious end the dream. You can also ask to stay calm and focused the entire time. One of the best ways to lock yourself inside a dream is to fully engage with it. Ask for more clarity, more stability, more vividness, and every now and then do a quick reality check, like pinching your nose and breathing through it. This reminds your subconscious that you're dreaming, which stops you from losing lucidity and slipping back into a regular dream. Those tips work for the dream you're in right now, but there are also 2 powerful ways to train yourself so your next lucid dreams last much longer and stay more stable. The first way is simple. Follow the plot. That means just keep going with whatever was already happening before you became lucid. Your mind was already comfortable in that environment, so you'll naturally be able to stay much longer. I know this can sound boring, but for beginners, it's actually the safest approach. If you suddenly tried something extreme, like flying, you'd probably wake up within seconds. And honestly, following the plot can be way more fun than you'd expect. Even if your dream story seems random, the moment you realize you're dreaming, it will start shifting toward things you like, because your thoughts directly shape the dream. This way, you'll stay in longer and enjoy yourself. And once you've done this a few times, you can start experimenting with full control. The reason this works so well is because the longer you stay lucid, the more your mind gets used to that environment, and that experience carries over to all your future lucid dreams. The second way is more advanced. You do the exact opposite. You think of the most exciting, intense scenario possible, and then try to survive it without waking up. I know that sounds crazy, like it would definitely end the dream, but if you put your focus on staying inside instead of on the action itself, you train yourself to handle the worst case scenario. And once you can do that, anything else becomes easy. To try this, simply ask your dream, "Give me the most exciting scenario you can think of." Then, mentally prepare yourself to stay calm and hold the dream together no matter what happens. It's risky, but it's one of the fastest ways to build dream stability. If you're just starting out, I recommend the first method, but if you want rapid progress and don't mind taking some risks, this one can get you results in just a few tries, or even in a single night. This is one of the most powerful things you can learn if you want to maximize your lucid dreaming success. It can literally double your chances of staying in a dream. Here's why. Sometimes, especially in the beginning, you'll do everything right and the dream still slips away. And the biggest reason is, deep down, you don't fully believe you can hold it. And if you lose that belief, stabilization becomes nearly impossible. But here's the trick. If you can't save the dream, you can use the void instead. Treat it as a doorway to another lucid dream or an entirely new scene. One way to do this is by turning the void into a false awakening. Once you've tried stabilizing for a while and it's clearly not working, stop trying and completely surrender to the void. Tell yourself, the dream isn't over. It will continue when I wake up. Say it with full confidence and picture yourself waking up in your bed, still dreaming and becoming lucid again. The only drawback is that sometimes your brain might take that wake up part literally and end the dream for real. If that feels too risky, consider trying this other approach. The moment you know you're about to lose the dream, start spinning in place while strongly imagining the new scene you want. Keep your eyes on the ground as you spin and visualize everything around you transforming into that place. This method often feels more secure since you're staying completely in dream the whole time. Now that you know exactly how to stay in a lucid dream, it's time to learn the most powerful technique to actually have one. And for that, I recommend watching this video where I explain a lucid dreaming combo, which literally no one talks about. That has got me my first ever lucid dream and many others since then. I've been using it until today, and it's super beginner friendly. If you want to watch more lucid dreaming content like this, consider subscribing. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.